Welcome to the show called Beyond Our Galaxy. On today's show, we're going to be studying about one of the most talked about objects in the night sky, the Earth's moon. It is located some 238,000 miles away from Earth. Many astronomers have looked at the Earth's moon with awe and curiosity as well. The first Earthling to see the Earth's moon through a telescope is seen in the next picture. In the year of 1610, astronomer Galilei invented the first telescope and turned it towards the Earth's moon. He would be the first Earthling to actually see the Earth's moon through a telescope up close. Eureka! I'm going to be famous whether the Catholic Church likes it or not. Just how many moons are there in our solar system? To date, there are about 173 moons located in just our solar system alone. Here are just some of those other moons in our solar system, and compared to the Earth's size as well. Note, there are 4 popular moons of Jupiter seen in this picture also. Other astronomers in the past have also studied the Earth's moon, but without the help of the telescope. The next few pictures tell us who those astronomers were. Greek astronomer Thales from 624 BC to 1597 BC, a Greek philosopher who observed and studied the Earth's moon without the use of a telescope. However, he made a prediction there would be a solar eclipse in 585 BC, and he was right. Greek astronomer Aristarchus from 310 BC to 230 BC, first astronomer to try and measure the distance of the Earth to the Sun and from the Earth to the moon. Greek astronomer Hipparchus from 190 BC to 120 BC. Hipparchus cataloged many objects in the night sky, but his big discovery was that the Earth's tilt of 23.5 degrees was caused by the Earth's moon and the Sun's gravitational pull. Indeed, the Earth's moon has captured the eyes and curiosity minds ever since the beginning of time. There have been movies written about the moon and what could possibly be found on it. A Trip to the Moon, a silent movie made in 1902 written by George Méliès. A movie about some Earthlings taking a trip to the moon, discovering alien creatures living there, and then in a hurry return back to Earth. Destination Moon, 1950, written by James O'Hanlon, Robert A. Heinlein, Rip Van Winkle. A movie about rich men who build their own rocket ship to take a trip to the moon, since America's budget could allow it to happen for them. Moon, directed by Duncan Jones, made in the 1970s. A 3-year journey of an astronaut to live on the moon. Indeed, ever since Galileo Galilei looked through his telescope and viewed the Earth's moon for the first time, Earthlings have tried to portray in movies what the moon could possibly be like. And the next few pictures are some awesome views of Earth's moon. So just sit right down in your easy chair with your cup of coffee, relax, and enjoy. I need to quit staying up so late at night. The Earth's moon takes about 27.5 days to orbit around the Earth. However, Earth's moon has what is called phases it goes through. These phases are called lunar phase cycle. It takes about 29 days to happen. Here in this picture are the 9 phases of the Earth's moon. The name of these phases are 1 new, 2 waxing crescent, 3 first quarter, 4 waxing gibbous, 5 full, 6 waning gibbous, 7 third quarter, 8 waning crescent, and 9 new moon again. One side of the moon always faces the Earth. The moon is what is called being in a locked position. Both of Mars' moons, Phobos and Deimos, also always have one side facing the planet Mars as it orbits it. Earth's moon always has interesting things to study about it. The next picture will show you what an astronomer could possibly study. Lunar Mars, also known as seas, mountains, craters. The next 3 pictures will show you up close what these 3 things actually look like. Lunar Mars, also known as seas, moon crater, Moon's mountain. In 1962, the late President John F. Kennedy challenged America to be the first to make it to the moon and first to land a man on the moon and return him safely to Earth. On December 24, 1968, Apollo made a historic event to take place. The Apollo astronauts read from the Bible of the Genesis account of creation. Here's one of the first pictures of Earth from the moon. On July 20, 1969, astronaut Neil A. Armstrong became the first Earthling to step on the Earth's moon. Thus, Apollo 11 fulfilled the late President Kennedy's challenge to Americans in 1962. There would be a total of 10 Apollo flights to the moon. They would be Apollo 8 through 17. The Apollo astronauts would walk, ride, and explore the moon like no other Earthling would ever be able to. Here in the next few pictures are views of Apollo 8 through 12's mission to the moon. So just sit right back down in an easy chair with your warm cup of coffee, relax, and enjoy. Indeed, our Earth's moon has gotten a lot of attention over the decades and even centuries. But ever since Apollo 11 and Earthlings stepping foot upon the surface, all these past speculations have now been put to rest by facts discovered on the moon. Now let's take a look at the rest of the moons in our solar system. Again, there are some 173 moons discovered in our solar system. In the inner planets, there are only 3 moons that can be found. Inside the inner planets, only 3 moons are known to exist. Planet Mercury and Venus, the first 2 inner planets, have no moons at all. Earth has 1, and Mars has 2. Earth's moon is located some 238,000 miles away. Earth's moon is 1,079 miles big. Our next planet's moon we are going to take a look at is Mars. Mars moons Phobos and Deimos. Phobos orbits Mars some 5,877 miles away. Deimos orbits Mars some 14,850 miles away from Mars. Both Phobos and Deimos was discovered by astronomers seen in the next picture. Astronomer Asaph Hall, 1829-1907. Astronomer Hall discovers these two moons in 1877. Mars moon Phobos. Phobos orbits Mars in 8 hours. The size is only 43 miles big. Mars moon's Deimos. Deimos takes 30 hours to orbit Mars. Deimos is some 14,580 miles big. Both Phobos and Deimos orbit Mars in a semi-axis motion around Mars, as seen here in this picture. Before going on to the outer planets and exploring their moons, we are going to show some more awesome Earth's moon pictures first. So just sit right down in your easy chair with a warm cup of coffee, relax, and enjoy. I wish someone would kick that wolf off this show. It's making me nervous. We now journey outward to the outer planets, also known as the gas giants. The other 170 moons in our solar system are located here. But for now, we will take a look at the most popular moons in the outer planets. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. In January 1610, the astronomer we know as Galileo Galilei improved his new telescope and discovered these 4 large moons of Jupiter. Planet Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. Jupiter is also the largest gas planet as well. To date, Jupiter is known to have some 67 moons in orbit. The 4 largest moons of Jupiter can be seen in the next picture. These here are the 4 largest moons of Jupiter, and also known as the Galilean moons. These moons' names are 1 Io, 2 Europa, 3 Ganymede, and 4 Callisto. It is possible that planet Jupiter could have as many as 80 moons orbiting it. The astronomer who gets credit for naming these 4 moons can be seen in the next picture. German astronomer Simon Marius, 1573 to 1625. Astronomer Marius claimed he discovered the 4 large moons of Jupiter before Galileo had. Eventually, Galileo was given the credit to discovery, but Marius was given permission to name them. The astronomer in the next picture is the one who suggested to use Marius's names for the 4 large moons of Jupiter. German astronomer Johannes Kepler, 1571 to 1620. Astronomer Kepler suggested that astronomer Marius's names of the 4 large moons sounded better, and they have named them this way for centuries now. Astronomer Galileo noticed something unusual about these 4 large moons orbiting the bigger object. He had noticed the smaller objects were orbiting the bigger one, which made him believe Nicholas Copernicus was correct about the sun being in the center of our solar system, not Earth. Greek astronomer Ptolemy, AD 100 to AD 170. Ptolemy developed the theory that the Earth was the center of the solar system. Astronomer Nicholas Copernicus, 1473 to 1543. However, Galileo, by observing those 4 large moons of Jupiter, proved that astronomer Nicholas Copernicus had the correct idea about Earth. This picture here shows now the correct view of our solar system. Hey, Gal, thanks. Thanks for what, Nick? Thanks for proving that my theory was correct. No problem, Nick. That is what we fellow astronomers are here for. Here for what, you scoundrels? I could have had the whole world believing in a fib. Tisk, tisk, do I detect some anger here, Ptolemy? I'll tisk you, old Nick. I could have had Earthlings today believing Earth was the center of the solar system. But Ptolemy, why would you want Earthlings to be ignorant about the truth? If it wasn't for you scoundrels, I could have been more famous in history. But Ptolemy, that is what science is all about, finding out the truth. Tisk, tisk, you tell him, Nick. Oh, will you stop it with that tisk, tisk? Me, oh my, what a bunch of sore astronomers. We now journey to the next largest moon in our solar system. Saturn, the 6th planet in our solar system, 2nd largest gas giant. Saturn has at least 53 officially named moons that orbit it. Saturn could have as many as 150 moons in all. Here's a list of names of some of Saturn's moons. Here's a picture of some of Saturn's moons. However, we want to focus on one very important moon here. Titan is Saturn's largest moon. Titan is 1,601 miles big. It takes about 15 days for Titan to orbit Saturn. Titan has one important feature necessary for Earthlings to live on it. Water, discovered by the space probe in the next picture. The Cassini-Huygens space probe that arrived in 2004. On January 14, 2005, the Huygens space probe was released by the Cassini space probe and began its descent onto Titan. The moon Titan was discovered by the astronomer in the next picture. Dutch astronomer Christian Huygens discovered Saturn's moon Titan on March 25, 1655. Perhaps someday in the future, Earthling astronauts may live and work on this moon, and it could be used as a stepping stone to go beyond our galaxy. We now journey to the next gas giant located in the outer solar system. Planet Uranus, located some 1.787 billion miles from the Sun, and is to have known at least 27 moons that orbit it. Uranus has 5 large moons which are seen in the next picture. Voyager 2 space probe flew by Uranus in January 1986. It flew about 50,000 miles close to this planet. However, it only got one picture of one of its moons. Here is a picture of some of planet Uranus's moons. The 5 larger moons of planet Uranus are Miranda, Ariel, Umbrio, Titania, Oberon. Here's a picture of Uranus's 5 largest moons along with their names. Uranus moon Miranda, also known as Uranus 5, discovered on February 16, 1948 by astronomer Gerard P. Kuiper. It takes about 1.5 days to orbit the planet and is about 292 miles big, made up of ice and rock. Miranda was discovered by this Dutch-American astronomer on February 16, 1948. Here is Uranus's moon Ariel, discovered in 1851 by British astronomer William Lassell. Important feature: extreme seasonal changes. British astronomer William Lassell, 1799 to 1880, discovers Uranus moon Ariel in 1851. Here's another picture of the moon Ariel. It takes about 60 hours to orbit its planet Uranus. Here's a picture comparison size of Earth's moon, and the Ariel. British astronomer William Herschel from 1738 to 1822 discovers both moons Titania and Oberon. Planet Uranus moon Titania, discovered by Herschel in 1787, 8th largest moon in our solar system, made up of ice and rock. It is 981 miles big. It takes about 8.7 days to orbit Uranus. Uranus moon Oberon. Voyager 2 took only image of one of Uranus moons seen in this picture. This picture was taken on January 24, 1986. Picture was taken some 362,880 miles from this moon. Oberon's features include impact craters and canyons. Oberon takes about 13.5 days to orbit planet Uranus. We now take a brief look at the last moons of the dwarf planet called Pluto. The next picture shows Pluto's moons and their names. Here are the 5 moons of dwarf planet Pluto. Here's another picture of some of the moons of dwarf planet Pluto. For now, we will briefly take a look at Pluto's largest moon called Charon. Pluto's moon Charon. Charon and Pluto are considered to be double dwarf planets. Both Pluto and its moons are located in what is called the Kuiper Belt. Here's another picture of Pluto and some of its moons orbiting it. Pluto orbits out from the Sun at a 17-degree angle. Because of this, and that it is located in the Kuiper Belt, is why it was demoted as a dwarf planet. Well, that is all now for today's show. However, our last few pictures will show you scenes from Apollo 13 through 17 ventures to the Earth's moon. So just sit right back down in an easy chair with a warm cup of coffee, relax, and enjoy. Only time will tell when we Earthlings look up to explore the night sky and... Hey, Houston, we have a problem here. Please get that wolf off this show. Beyond our galaxy.